Welcome, fellow travelers of the clandestine, to an expedition through the hidden realms of humanity's darkest endeavors. Today, we embark on a voyage into the depths of the criminal underworld, where power is measured in blood and alliances are forged in the fires of corruption. Join me as we unravel the enigmatic tapestry of the top 10 most notorious criminal organizations that have etched their names into the annals of infamy. Our journey commences with the ominous presence of Mara Salvatrucha, commonly known as MS-13. Born amidst the urban sprawl of Los Angeles in the 1980s, MS-13 emerged as a formidable force in the world of organized crime. Originally founded as a means of protection for Salvadoran immigrants fleeing civil war, the gang soon evolved into a transnational criminal enterprise with a presence spanning across Central America, North America, and Europe. MS-13's modus operandi is characterized by extreme violence, with a reputation for ruthless acts of brutality and intimidation. Their criminal activities range from drug trafficking and human smuggling to extortion and murder for hire. Infamous for their distinctive tattoos and hand signs, MS-13 members operate with a strict hierarchical structure, with leadership positions often determined by loyalty and willingness to commit acts of violence, despite concerted efforts by law enforcement agencies to dismantle. The organization, MS-13, continues to thrive, adapting to changing circumstances and expanding its influence through a network of affiliates and associates. The gang's resilience and adaptability make it a formidable adversary for law enforcement agencies worldwide, perpetuating a cycle of violence and fear in the communities it inhabits. Venturing across the Pacific Ocean, we encounter the enigmatic Yakuza, Japan's notorious organized crime syndicates. Rooted in centuries-old traditions and codes of conduct, the Yakuza wield considerable influence over Japanese society, operating as a shadowy parallel to legitimate institutions. The origins of the Yakuza can be traced back to the Edo period, where they initially served as roving bands of gamblers and street thugs. Over time, they evolved into sophisticated criminal organizations with intricate hierarchical structures and a diverse portfolio of illicit activities, including extortion, gambling, prostitution, and drug trafficking. Central to the Yakuza's identity is the concept of ninkyo, or chivalry, which emphasizes loyalty, honor, and obligation. Despite their criminal activities, many Yakuza members adhere to a strict code of conduct, often engaging in acts of charity and community service to maintain their reputation as benevolent protectors of society. However, beneath the veneer of honor lies a dark underbelly of violence and corruption. Yakuza groups are known for their brutal methods of enforcement, including ritualistic acts of self-mutilation as a form of punishment. Despite efforts by Japanese authorities to curb their influence, the Yakuza remain deeply entrenched in Japanese society, exerting influence over politics, business, and the underworld. Crossing the border into Mexico, we confront the formidable Sinaloa Cartel, a titan in the world of narcotics trafficking. Founded in the 1980s by the notorious drug lord Miguel Ángel Félix Gallardo, the Sinaloa Cartel quickly rose to prominence as one of the most powerful criminal organizations in Mexico. Led by a succession of charismatic and ruthless leaders, including Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán, the cartel has established itself as a dominant force in the global drug trade, controlling key smuggling routes from South America to the United States and Europe. The Sinaloa Cartel's operational reach extends far beyond the drug trade, with involvement in diverse criminal enterprises such as money laundering, extortion, and arms trafficking. Known for their entrepreneurial spirit and willingness to innovate, cartel members have employed sophisticated tactics to evade law enforcement and maintain their stranglehold on the illicit market. Despite the capture and extradition of high-profile leaders such as El Chapo, the Sinaloa Cartel remains a formidable adversary for law enforcement agencies, continuing to operate with impunity in many regions of Mexico and beyond. Turning our gaze to the sun-drenched shores of Sicily, we confront the malevolent presence of the Cosa Nostra, Italy's infamous Sicilian mafia. With roots dating back to the 19th century, the Cosa Nostra has long been synonymous with organized crime, exerting a pervasive influence over Sicilian society. The Cosa Nostra operates according to a strict code of silence known as omertà, which dictates absolute loyalty and secrecy among its members. The organization is structured as a hierarchical pyramid, with a boss at the top overseeing a network of soldiers, captains, and associates. At the heart of the Cosa Nostra's operations is the lucrative business of extortion, whereby businesses and individuals are forced to pay protection money in exchange for safety and security. The mafia also controls vast swaths of the Sicilian economy through its involvement in industries such as construction, agriculture, and tourism. Despite periodic crackdowns by Italian law enforcement, the Cosa Nostra remains a potent force in Sicilian society, perpetuating a culture of fear and corruption that permeates every level of government and business. But Sicily is not the sole domain of organized crime in Italy. In the shadowy alleyways of Naples, the Camorra holds sway as the dominant criminal syndicate in southern Italy. Unlike the hierarchical structure of the Cosa Nostra, the Camorra operates as a loose network of independent clans, each vying for control over lucrative criminal enterprises. The Camorra's activities encompass a wide range of illicit industries, including drug trafficking, extortion, counterfeiting, and illegal waste disposal. With a reputation for ruthlessness and impunity, Camorra clans wield considerable influence over the economic and social fabric of Naples and the surrounding region. Despite efforts by Italian authorities to dismantle the organization, the Camorra remains deeply entrenched in southern Italy, perpetuating a cycle of violence and corruption that has plagued the region for decades. Meanwhile, amidst the rugged hills of Calabria, the 'Ndrangheta reigns supreme as Italy's most powerful and elusive criminal syndicate. Despite its relatively low profile compared to the Cosa Nostra and the Camorra, the 'Ndrangheta is widely regarded as the most formidable and wealthiest mafia organization in the world. The 'Ndrangheta operates as a highly decentralized network of clans, each with its own territory and hierarchy. Unlike the Cosa Nostra and the Camorra, which are primarily focused on extortion and racketeering, the 'Ndrangheta has diversified its criminal portfolio to include drug trafficking, money laundering, and arms smuggling on a global scale. Central to the 'Ndrangheta's success is its ability to maintain a strict code of silence and loyalty among its members, making infiltration by law enforcement agencies exceedingly difficult. Despite occasional crackdowns by Italian and international authorities, the 'Ndrangheta continues to thrive, wielding considerable influence over the global drug trade and beyond. Shifting our focus to the frigid streets of Russia, we confront the indomitable Russian mafia, known colloquially as the Bratva. Emerging from the chaos of the Soviet Union's collapse in the 1990s, the Russian mafia quickly established itself as a dominant force in the country's criminal underworld. The Russian mafia operates as a loose confederation of criminal groups, each with its own area of influence and specialization. Despite their decentralized structure. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and like for more content. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any feedback or suggestions for future videos. Your support means the world to us, and I look forward to sharing more exciting content with you soon. Stay tuned.